Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jambox. We're here. We're back at it again, and we're going to get on into it. But before we do, as always, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. And as you can see, we're back here at Undercaste Studios. Super excited to be here. And now, before we get into it, here's a quick word from our sponsors.
Organic herbs and botanicals, skincare and edibles, wellness for body and mind. The Brothers Apothecary. Fine teas and remedies. Ronald Records. From indie gems to classic hits, discover the heart of local music. With live shows all the time, up close and personal, and regular releases on their in-house label. Ronald Records. Supporting the community, one track at a time.
All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, shout out The Brothers Apothecary, Ronald Records, and Portland Water. Thanks for keeping us hydrated. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get on into it. Here is today's guest.
What's up, everybody? I'm Deeanthony Goes.
Hello. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about, who you are, where you're from, what you do. Give us that Tinder profile of your involvement with music.
Tinder profile. Okay, so I am Deeanthony Goes. I am from Seattle, Washington. Mm-hmm. Well, originally from Portland.
Okay.
Back and forth. So I'm like a hybrid.
Gotcha.
And I do music. I do hip hop, R&B. I'm like an entertainer all around, but music.
Oh, yeah, I dig that. And what got you started into music initially?
Music itself, listening to music. My mom played a lot of music, and then reading and being interested in music myself, wanting to explore it more on my own. If I had this beat, what would I do to it?
Okay. And was anybody in your family musical growing up, or are you first generation?
I'm the only one.
Oh, damn. Okay. Okay.
I'm the only one that I know of.
Yeah.
For real. People might just be do it in their own time, but I'm the only one that I know and pursuing it.
I gotcha. What was the first moment in making music for you then? Who introduced you to getting into it more actively?
It was myself, actually, watching art. My mom used to back, because I'm from the old school. We had CDs back then, if you guys don't know what those are, and tapes. And I would take my mom's the booklets that would come in there. Mm-hmm. And for some reason at 7, 8, 9, I would read. I wanted to know who produced the song, who was writing the music, who was playing the drums. I don't know why. I used to get in trouble because I would rip them out, put them on my wall of who wrote it, and I would find similarities of who wrote each song. So
interesting. Okay. So you just your curiosity got you into it pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then what was the first recorded music moment for you?
Me and my brother trying to do it on our own in the house.
Okay.
That was not good.
No, they're not supposed to be.
Or we're other than me and my brother, I had a couple of friends that heard a song that I wrote to this Cassie beat back in the day. Mm-hmm. And they were oh my gosh, you gotta do this song right now. And they took me to the studio, and it was horrible. I hate that song. But that was...
Well, we actually have it right now. No,
scary.
No, I'm just playing. But no, I dig that. All right. Now, before we get into more of what you do in the present day, I do have a couple foundation questions I check in with everybody on.
Okay.
And this first one is one we ask early. It's one we ask often. And it's definitely a crowd favorite. What was the first album you ever bought with your own money?
Amy Winehouse Frank.
Okay.
I remember going to the Fred Meyer and looking through the whole entire thing, and they had her in a whole other category, and I could not find her, but I found it.
Hell yeah. I dig that.
I remember that day.
That's a quality album. And then what was one of the first live shows you ever went to that was specifically one you wanted to go to?
See, I suck at going to live shows. I'm not a big concert person, never really have been, but I'm a huge fan of John B. He's one of my favorite artists. And when I was 17, he had came and did a free show at the mall.
You can't say no to that.
And what's crazy is it was for his new album that he was dropping in 2001. And we still have that album and play it to this day.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, I dig that. Well, I mean, hey, that's a quality first show.
Mm-hmm.
And then before we officially get into it, do you have a defining moment where you decided you wanted to take music more seriously?
When I started working with other artists doing more background stuff, and it was so easy for me to tell people, you should do this or you should do that, and help them get to where they were at and me be stuck where I was at. And I was like, okay, maybe I should start telling myself what to do and start implementing it and doing it.
Gotcha. Okay. Hell yeah, I dig that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and get on into the here and now. Let's get a super easy one out of the way. How'd you pick the name?
It's my own name.
Okay. Easy enough.
But long story short, an old friend of mine, Twitter had just started. There was a point where it started, guys. And we were trying to think of cool names. And so we kind of just went off of what our names were. Like, she picked her name, which is kind of similar to mine. But I picked Deeanthony Goes because it was like, I said a lot of stuff. I'm funny. I do a lot. So it's like Deeanthony Goes, or like I would say.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or like,
yeah,
I go hard. Deeanthony Goes hard.
Yeah. See, I thought it was that second one more than the first one, or like didn't think of the first one at first, but that makes sense too. I dig that.
Like, I was talking to Jessica. Deeanthony Goes.
See,
I always have something to say.
Instead of the underscore, then you should put a hyphen. Like it's about, like you're about to start. Yeah.
Interesting. Right.
But that's I'm not here to rebrand you. It's a cool name.
Thank you.
But now let's go ahead and let's talk about your writing process. And we're going to break it up into chunks, but we're going to start right at the beginning.
Okay.
So when you get inspired, you're ready to make music. What are some of the things you do to get a track started?
Can I say this on it?
Yeah.
I smoke.
Okay.
I'm a big advocate for smoking, so I like to get into the vibe. I always tell people smoking for me is meditation because you do the same things that you do while you're meditating. You relax, you inhale, and you exhale. So I get into the zone and just cut on beats, and that's how it starts.
Okay. And do you make your own beats? Do you get them from online? How do you go about that process?
All of the above. More recently, I've been making my own beats.
Nice. Hell yeah, I dig that.
The beat for Keep It Moving.
Myself. Hell yeah, I dig that.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as like the words go, getting the lyrics out there, are you a pen and paper? Are you doing it in your phone? Do you freestyle?
I am a pen and paper.
Hell yeah.
I'm back in elementary school and I'll freestyle or make noises, grunt, or to come up with like a flow or many different flows. But I'm specifically pen and paper. And you asked me, how do I come up with it?
Yeah, I mean, just like, the general putting the words together.
I'm a visual person, and so when I hear a beat, I feel the beat. It kind of goes through me, and then I see like a movie in my head. That's kind of how I write. It has to be conceptual, so I can write about anything on this table. If you tell me to write about it or sing about it, I can, because I'm thinking about that and what it means.
Gotcha. So, well, Portland Water, you just found your next themes. No.
Okay, I can write a jingle, but it's like a movie plays, dark, light, whatever's going on, and I kind of just write what I see. That's the concept, and I just kind of write around that.
Okay.
It's rarely about my life, but I do have songs that I do perform a lot that are about my life now.
Gotcha. Okay. And then once you get a track finished writing, so it doesn't have to be recorded and released per se, but you've gotten all the words down, ready to start memorizing it. How long does it usually take you to feel comfortable enough to perform it?
Oh, immediately. I know. For me, I know like there's songs that I've written and performed or recorded that I don't want to put out.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I heard this in my head when I was writing and it sounded this way, but when I recorded it, it does not sound that. So I don't want that.
Okay.
But I just know, I kind of go by what kind of show I'm doing, which lets me know what I'm going to perform.
Gotcha. Okay. Have you ever done a show just to perform a new track because you dug it?
Yes, I did one in Portland recently. I think it was on 420 actually. And I had a new song, the one I produced called Keep It Moving. And I was like, oh, I know. I sent the song actually first. Julian Outlaw was the first person to hear the song.
Hell yeah. Yeah, shout out Julian.
Yeah. And he had called me, and his reaction to the song was like, okay, I'm going to perform the song next week at the show. And then seeing the crowd's reaction to the song and them singing the song like they've heard it before, I was like, I'm dropping this song in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, I dig that.
Yeah.
Rad.
No choice.
Well, and then let's go ahead and let's segue into some of your music then. Seems like a good time to turn there. I checked out, I jumped on Yield Spotify and jumped out and checked out your music. It goes back all the way to 2022 on there. And even from the start, like your sound is super chill.
Thank you.
Like it's definitely, your beat selection is a vibe. Clearly even some of it you made, so you were definitely on point for that. Your flow is super melodic. Like it's very musical. It's very consistent too. That's what I appreciate. Like it doesn't sound like one trick, but it's like there's not somewhere it's like this is rough, somewhere like this is like you've got your sound for sure.
Thank you.
And your most recent track, I like, which also I do like, but that's the name of it with Swiggle Mandela. Shout out Swiggle. It's definitely a bop. It's super catchy. And you two work together really well musically.
Yes.
Like it was a good pairing. I am curious, first of all, did you make the beat for that one?
No, actually, I got that beat from a producer that I stumbled upon online.
Okay.
I like what he does, so I take a lot of beats from him.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
So you work with him a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. And then how did you two come to make a track together?
I've known Swiggle, that's like family to me.
Okay, because you've been in Portland.
Yeah, I've known him for almost 2 decades now.
Dang, okay.
So, I think it was just timing. We've worked together plenty of times. As you guys, because people know me now today, if people go back over the past 10, 12 years and watch some of his music videos, you're like, I'm there. So it was just timing. It was just the right time. I feel like there's people who like see somebody like, I have to work with them. I have to work with them. I have to work with somebody when it makes sense.
Gotcha.
And it made sense. It was timing. We were together. We have been performing for a year and a half at that time together constantly. So I'm like, we need to do something so we can have something.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I dig that. And then I guess another track I'm curious about, because I didn't write the name of it down, so I apologize if I say it wrong, but Sunshine, you have the regular version and a summer version.
Yes.
What was the decision to do that?
So, or
what led to the decision to do that? Sorry.
Timing. It was a production thing. We got punked by the fans, basically. So we dropped the summer version. We're like, oh, people are loving it. And they're like, where is it at? Where's the rest at? We're like, what rest? They're like, it just stops. Like after he's rapping, it's just, there's nothing else. And we're like, it's supposed to do that. They're like, no, you need to continue it. So many people said it. We were like, we could just continue it and make it longer. Because I'm like, I get what they're saying. It could use another hook at the end. Yeah. And keep it going.
I dig that. Hell yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious to know though, what are some of your favorite tracks of yours to perform?
I like performing. I like performing. Me and Swiggle have we have fun.
Yeah.
And the crowd, they know the song, so they perform it. It's a very like high energy kind of song, because my songs, like you said, are mellow and vibey. So it's something for me to get out there and move. Because I
don't remember saying mellow per se. I just said they were a vibe.
I say mellow.
They are very chill though.
Yeah, they're very chill. You can't get sweaty to that. You know what I mean? Dancing, but.
Challenge accepted.
But I like it's high energy, it's fun, and I was like, I need more fun stuff, because I have a couple songs that I'm like, okay, I put them in the middle of my set on purpose because they're more fun and up tempo.
Gotcha.
Up tempo, they're just faster than the rest.
Okay, hell yeah. Now I want to take a moment and talk about some new music you're working on. Ooh. What do you got cooking? What can we look forward to as far as like maybe stylistic changes or different approaches? Assuming you've got anything in the vault right now that you're working on. What can we look forward to? Okay,
so this is the thing. I'm a Pisces, I'm into astrology, and so I believe like there are two sides to me. I've been giving everybody like the chill, mellow, weed side. Like there's a big shit talking side of me too.
Oh, okay.
And I've been wanting to release it, so I've been working on just my stuff right now. It's going to be like throwing jabs. Like I told my friend, I want people to imagine me standing on a stage in front of a whole crowd, and I reach my hand in a bag of Skittles and throw them. How many people are going to get hit by Skittles?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I want people to feel like. Did he talk about me? Maybe, but not really. You know what I mean? So I just want to encourage everybody. That's where I'm at right now. Like, you guys could be doing better.
Gotcha. Well, definitely curious to see how that plays out. And then I want to take a moment now and zoom out. I want to look at kind of music as a whole.
Okay.
What are some of the things about either new music, if you're one of those people taking in the new, or if you're not, just music that's new to you that you've found recently that you enjoy or you're finding inspiration in at the moment?
So naturally at heart, I'm a neo soul kid.
Mhm.
My music is supposed to be more neo soul than anything. I just lean more towards the hip hop. But I've been finding artists because I'm gonna just say in the nicest way, I don't agree with a lot of today's music, so there's nothing for my aura.
Gotcha.
That's just what I'll say. But I've been listening to people like Flower Child, who's a dope producer.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know
hell
who
yeah.
Flower Child
Oh yeah,
is?
for sure. For sure.
He's so dope.
Yeah.
Everything, the beats, that's the sound that I need. Like if I could find those beats, that's what I would do.
Damn. Well, everybody, add them in the comments. Let's see if we can make that happen.
I already talked to Flower Child.
Oh, well, there you go.
Been in touch. And I've been listening to like Joyce Rice a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He's very dope too. I like Lucky Day.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But I don't think I listen to too many new artists. I listen to a lot of underground artists.
That's fair.
Around Ombre and Destin Conrad are two that are current, I think, that I've been listening to.
Hell yeah.
Recently.
Well, those are all quality choices right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then before we move into the next part, this next question is probably the densest question in the interview.
Okay.
But, we've talked about your experience with music, the actions, the reactions. But when it's just you and music, one-on-one, what does music give back to you?
Energy. Like, people don't understand that us as artists and people, we do so much throughout the day, talking to people. And me as an artist, I'm on social media, I'm engaging with people all day, so it drains my energy. So I can sit in my house and put on music like I just mentioned, and that like fuels me. It makes me feel like I'm floating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just makes me feel just like really good. Like, don't even call me, because if you call me, you're going to mess up this whole vibe that I'm in right now. You know what I mean? like, I love music, and it makes me feel, I love music that makes me feel good. So I'll say that.
Oh yeah, I dig that. What about as far as like making music goes?
I love making music. It's, when it comes to making music, my process is kind of weird, because I'll start here on this project or this song, and in the middle of it, I'll get bored with it, and I'm like, let me go to this one now, and I'll come back. Unless it's like Keep It Moving, I really felt that song, so I wrote that song in like 7 minutes, because I was like, this beat, I have a concept, let me just knock it out.
Well, staying true to the name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Keep it moving.
Oh yeah. All right, now let's go ahead and we're going to move on to some hypothetical questions. Okay. And for these, sky's the limits. The questions are all made up, so the answers are allowed to be as well. But this first one's pretty straightforward. If you could work with any one person, the only requirement is they have to be alive. Ooh. Who would you want to work with, and how would you want to work with them?
If I could work, okay, in what capacity? Like musically, or? Okay.
How would you want to work with them?
Okay. Ooh. That is a hard question, because, okay, I'm a person, it might be a little weird, so I'll say pre The View, but like Raven Simone.
Okay.
She's hella funny. Like, she's funny.
Yeah.
She's always been funny to me. She's always made me laugh. And that would be somebody I would want to work on a skit, a film, or a music video or something where she's in it. And that's so Raven. That funny.
Yeah.
She is like that person.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Raven.
That's a cool answer. I dig that.
She's hella funny. Like, she makes me laugh.
Yeah. That is a good one.
Yeah.
And then subsequently, who's a local artist that you're aware of that you haven't gotten to connect with yet, but you would like to? And because you spend half your time down in the Portland area and up here, let's pick one for each. Yeah. Let's get one of each. I'll expand it to 2 this time.
Okay, I see. I know artists that I have not worked with yet. Okay. Campana Zone. Campana is a dope artist. Like, he's dope. His music is dope. And I name him because he's somebody who I have not worked with in no capacity.
Gotcha.
Like,
okay.
There's been other artists who might be like, he could have said my name. We might have been in the room. We might have hummed something, worked together, wrote a song together. Me and him have never done anything. And
gotcha.
His music and what his vision and everything he does to me is so, his beat choice, I'd be like, he's dope.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And then a Portland artist, I don't know too many Portland artists, but the ones I'm around. So I can say, I would say Julian Outlaw.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Julian again.
Yeah.
That would be a great one.
Yeah. We spoke about it. We haven't done anything, but like, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, for
you
sure.
can put on a triangle. He's going to murder.
He's going to go to it. He's going to go.
Yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Julian Outlaw for sure.
Damn. Well, everybody, you know what to do. At them both in the comments. Let's see if we can make it. Let's see if we can get all three of them on a track.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, with your sound, I would be curious to know, have you ever met Suave the Jedi?
No.
Well, I'm leaving that here for you for when you watch this back. You should check out Suave.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Suave the Jedi. There is also a gentleman named Suave who has been on the show, so I got to distinguish the two.
Where's he from?
He's down in the Portland area.
Okay.
I forget where he's from initially, so don't quote me on that. Sorry, Suave.
Interesting. No, I haven't heard of him.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Yeah, check him out. I think you would dig his sound.
Okay.
Then for this next one, like I said before, sky's the limits, and it's pretty literal in this sense. But if you could perform anywhere in the world, and you wouldn't have to worry about crowd access or building stability or power, it was guaranteed the best lineup, guaranteed the best show, and it doesn't have to be a venue. It could be anywhere. Where would you want to perform?
You know what? Somewhere in the Bahamas at Carnival.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Always, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Never. I want to go.
Okay.
Throw paint on me. Carnival. That would be so dope.
Yeah, I dig that. I dig that. That'd be rad.
It can even be in America. Okay. Because we have carnivals here, from what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Like a carnival for sure.
Now, just to confirm, do you mean like Carnival the cruise experience?
No.
Or like a do.
All this stuff.
Okay.
They're doing all the dancing and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
All 24 hours of the day, dancing down the street, drinking and throwing paint and celebrating.
Oh, you should go to Louisiana for that.
I know. I haven't even been to Mardi Gras.
That would be a place for that for sure.
Yeah, Mardi Gras would be a dope place too.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then to wrap up the hypothetical questions.
Okay.
If you could get one more album from anybody, they could be alive, they could be dead, they could have not put out an album in 100 years, they could have put out an album yesterday. Who would you want an album from?
This is horrible. There's so many people to choose from, but
Hanson.
I'm going to go back and say Amy Winehouse, because we were robbed.
Yeah.
People don't know, she was working with Raphael Sadiq.
Mm-hmm.
She was working with Salam Remy. And if people don't know who they are, do your homework. Those are some heavy hitters in the R&B music game. She was about to come out and do it. And she was working with Mos Def too. They were very close. So I wanted to know what they did, where they were going to start. I just want to know what that was going to be. Yeah. Because that was Raphael Sadiq. That's Tony. He can't do no wrong.
No, damn.
So you working with Amy, Mos Def, and
yeah.
Yeah, so.
Oh yeah, that was a super solid answer.
Thank you.
All right. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping this up.
Okay.
Now, this doesn't come out till early December, so keep that in mind. But what can we expect between the relative now of this episode and, let's say, June?
Well, let's start small. I'm dropping a new video next week. Music video next week.
Next week in relative to when this comes out, or now?
Now.
Okay, so we'll have come out a few weeks ago.
Yes. So, a few weeks ago, I dropped a music video called Like Butter. And I'm about to drop, if it's not too late, but I'm going to drop another video right after called Jealousy. Everybody knows Jealousy. That's a fan favorite.
Hell yeah.
So I shot 2 videos to that. And more music, more me and Swiggle Mandela on your TVs, getting on your nerves, and more Portland and more cities. I'm trying to go to more cities and just, I feel like I've been in Portland for 2 years, and I know a lot of people out there, so I feel like I did a good job in Portland. Yeah. I can go to the next city and do that somewhere else.
I was going to say, start making your way down to like Eugene.
Yeah.
Music is happening right there right now.
I haven't been in Eugene yet.
Yeah. Music, I mean, it's a little bit more on like the heavy side as far as like what I'm mostly aware of, but there have been a handful of artists that are more in your realm that have come up from there to be on the show in my main base in Vancouver. And so there's music happening there. And I think it's something that we're going to see a lot more of soon. Yeah. All right. But with that being said, for this next one, go and look straight at your camera. Tell everybody how they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at deanthony.goes. That's DeeAnthony.goes. And on all streaming platforms, Deeanthony goes with an underscore because they was hating on me on Instagram and take the underscore away from me. So it's Deeanthony underscore goes for all music and everything else.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
And then any other plugs, any other shout outs, anybody else you want to put on while you're on here?
Just the squad, Swiggle Mandela, you already know. My bro, Lex Scope, because if you guys don't know, he does a big indie film festival out here in Seattle where you guys can come put your music videos and short films in it. So tap in with Lex Scope. And there's so many people to name. Just y'all know I love y'all.
Oh, yeah. And Lex, if you're watching, check your DMs. I shot you a message for this too. I want to see if I can get you up next month.
Come on.
All right. And with that being said, I've got one last question to go.
Okay.
But before we do, I'm going to steal the camera for just a second.
Yep.
As always, y'all, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. And one more shout out to the Brothers Apothecary, Ronald Records, and Portland Water. Thanks for keeping us hydrated. And with that being said, the final question.
Let's go.
And this is entirely up to your interpretation.
Okay.
But in all of music, what is an album you feel is more on the obscure side? So it's a deep cut. It's when not a lot of people would know, but it's when you think everybody should know.
Okay. Shout out to my auntie. This is my music auntie, but Tidra Moses, Complex Simplicity. She was robbed. She was signed to a label back in the day. It's the 20-year anniversary of that album too. Everybody knows her song, Be Your Girl, because it got remixed by K Tronada. So it's just a gem to the music industry. And when it was her time, we were doing all the merging and stuff. So she dropped that gem of an album and it just got swept away.
Damn.
But it's carried her 20 years. She's never stopped touring. Everybody loves the album now, but nobody knows it like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Everybody should know that like they know a Mary J. Blige album.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's a super solid rec. Thank you. All right. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining us today.
For having me.
Yeah. And this has been another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jambox. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Deeanthony Goes.
And we're signing off. Later, y'all. That's a wrap.
This is not a podcast. This is a show.
Keep jamming.